I'm a huge fan of smart home devices that serve multiple purposes, and the Eufy E28 Omni fits that bill perfectly. Not only is it a awesome smart home vacuum, but it's also a portable deep cleaner. In today's video, I'm going to tell you 3 things that you're going to want to know about the Eufy E28 Omni before you decide to buy it. Let's jump into the video. Now, first off, I want to thank Eufy for sending this out to me for a full, honest review. And if you're brand new here on this channel and you love the latest and greatest technology, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And while you're at it, hit the like button also. Now, the first thing that you're going to want to know about the Eufy E28 Omni is that it is an awesome smart home vacuum and has a lot of flagship features, even though it doesn't have that flagship price, meaning that it has the roller mopping system that they call the hydrojet floor washing system, and it actually puts some down pressure on the roller itself. And it's actually been tested. I did the test myself, that actually cleans it better than the other types of mopping systems like the rotating one or the vibrating one. So you're going to get the latest and greatest mopping system with the onboard water tank and the dirty water tank, and then you can send it back to the main Omni station to get washed. But it's always constantly cleaning that roller mopping as it's out there on the floor, rather than trying to push around or rotate a dirty mopping head. It's constantly cleaning it. And it's actually a pretty wide roller mopping head, but I do have one minor con with it, which I'll talk more about later. But as far as your everyday cleaning and little spills, this does an amazing job at mopping your floors. Now, this also has 20,000 pascals of suction, which is up there with all the other flagships, and it did a terrific job of picking up dust and dirt on my hardwood floors, on my carpet. And by the way, the roller mopping system does lift up if you have carpets, low pile or medium pile carpets. It will lift up so it doesn't get your carpets wet, so no worries there. And it also has duo spiral detangle brush heads, meaning that if you have a lot of pets or hair in the house that's vacuuming up, it's not going to get tangled in the brush heads. It's actually 2 separate brush heads that have an opening in the middle, so all the hair and debris is going to get pushed into the middle. It's just going to get sucked up right into the vacuum, and it did work pretty well in my testing. Obviously, it's still a maintenance item, and you just want to make sure that it doesn't build up too much stuff in there. But in my testing, it did a great job of actually avoiding tangles. And it also has 2 side brushes. I don't know why they're called side brushes. They're kind of in the front. Now, the one on the left does not extend out, but the one in the right does, and they call that the corner rover. That actually extends out, so when it gets to a corner, it's going to get all the dust and dirt in your corner and not leave anything behind. As you can see, it worked perfectly in my testing, and it's something you expect in every flagship. But the one on the left is fixed, but it's really nice that it's there, because I've seen sometimes where some brush heads spin so fast that throws it to the other side. But now with that secondary brush, it's going to focus all dust and dirt into the vacuum. And obviously it has a Omni station, or all-in-one base station, that when it finishes cleaning your floors, it will go back. It's going to suck out all the dust and dirt from the robot and put it into a bigger storage bag that you only have to clean out every few months. And then it's going to wash the roller mopping head, and then after that it's going to dry it so it doesn't start stinking. And it wouldn't be an all-in-one base station if it didn't have a clean water tank and a dirty water tank. But if you look over to the left a little bit, what is that section? Because the dustbin is actually underneath of that. But what is that to the left? And that leads into the second thing that you need to know about the E28 Omni. And that is the FlexiOne Portable Deep Cleaner. That's right, this is also a portable deep cleaner that you can actually remove from the base station. So you unplug it, there's a little handle on top, and as you're picking this up, you're taking the clean water tank, you're taking the dirty water tank, And that thing to the left, that is actually the hose storage. So if you have a spill or accident somewhere else in the house that you need to clean up, maybe on a couch, maybe on a rug, maybe carpet in the basement, no matter where the accident is that you need to deep clean, you can now take this portable deep cleaner to that area, plug it in. You have your water tank, you have your dirty water tank, you have the hose and the attachment to clean this up quick and easy. And having two dogs in my house, one that's older and one that's not fully potty trained, having something like this is a huge plus where it's all ready to go. I don't have to store a deep cleaner elsewhere in the house that's taking up space. It is right here in my everyday living space with my smart vacuum, and if I need it, it's filled up with water. The hose is ready to go. All I need to do is unplug it and bring it to the area that I need to clean, and it's super easy to do. Now, like I said, this is a deep cleaner. Unfortunately, it is not a steam cleaner, and Eufy does not recommend that you put hot water in here. Now, there's no onboard soap dispenser, but you can add soap directly to the water reservoir if you want to. And when you do have to do a deep cleaning, it's super easy to do. You just plug it in. There's a power button on top. You undo the hose that's all built into one. It has a vacuum hose and a water hose built into one. I think the water hose is actually inside the vacuum hose. And then you could just get the area that you need to clean wet. There's a little trigger on the bottom. Be careful, there's two buttons down there, one where the trigger finger is and one behind it. I'll tell you what that is in just a second. But as you're getting the area wet with the one trigger, you can actually then start scrubbing it. It has little bristles and suction power that you need to suck all that dust and dirt out of the carpet or the rug or the couch, wherever you're using this on. And then once it's all clean, you need to clean out that hose. And that is what the second button is for. That's actually going to trigger the water system to go back into the hose instead of squirting out and clean out that hose. And then leave it on for another couple seconds to really have that vacuum suck all that water and dirt out of the hose and put it into the dirty water reservoir. And then you can turn it off, wrap the hose back on, put it on the attachment and put the cover back on, and then transport it back to the original spot of the smart vacuum, plug it back in, and now your smart vacuum is up and running and ready for the normal cleaning cycles. It's a great all-in-one, but I definitely have some cons with it, which leads into my third thing that you want to know about this E28 Omni. And one of those kind of nitpicking here is with the portable deep cleaner. That accessory that you're holding is fixed. There's no moving parts there. I wish there was a moving brush head that kind of helps you scrub at things. But nevertheless, you can put some elbow grease into that cleaning and get it done. But one of the things that is not getting done is with the roller mopping head. It is very wide and it does a terrific job at cleaning, but it is fixed. It's just going to stay right there. It's not going to extend out. So unfortunately, this vacuum does not mop the edges. It will have the brush head that extends out, the corner rover arm that extends out that can get the corners, but unfortunately when it mops, it does not get really close to the edge because it does not extend out like some other flagships on the market. It's not a huge deal, but do be aware that will not mop the edges. And it's also not 100% when it comes to the obstacle avoidance. Don't get me wrong, it's still up there with most flagships, but Eufy and my other Eufy smart vacuums, they were 100%. And I'm not quite sure what Eufy did here because it's never failed me, but in this particular vacuum, the AIC obstacle avoidance just missed one crucial piece of something that it should have avoided, and it didn't do that in my testing. I don't know why, and I tried it a couple times, and this one piece it just could not see. So hopefully they will update that, but otherwise it avoided everything else low to the ground, the pencil, the wires, but this one little piece it just could not see and avoid for whatever reason. Nevertheless, it still does an amazing job to expect from any flagship out there with the vacuuming suction power 20,000 PA, has a hydrojet roller mopping system, has the corner rover arm that extends out, and it also has the FlexiOne portable deep cleaner. Absolutely, I think that's a game changer. I can now sell my deep cleaner and have this stored in one right there in the dining room, and it just looks like a smart vacuum, but then it has a secondary use. 2-in-1. Absolutely love this. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Let me know down in the comments below if you love these all-in-one devices or 2-in-1 devices. I absolutely love multiple uses out of one smart home devices, and let me know what your favorite is down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful. I will see you guys on the next one.